thank you so much for coming back to LA show. Of course, we got Cisco here with us, and this is adding on to the Nipsey Hussle series. We told you in the last video that, you know, the attention is on the person who seems to keep slipping away. And that's Eric Holder. So in this series, this part of the series, will the real Eric Holder Jr. stand up? He's, making our brains tick. And I like that. So I appreciate that.
Thank
and all
you.
your work. Yeah, no problem. So we can start this off by saying that we've kept our eye on Eric Holder since the beginning. And
Right.
Eric Holder just seems to keep on slipping away. So the first thing that really stood out to us was the fact that Eric Holder had a lack of social media presence. He is an artist, from what we've been told, and what we can hear, he does have some songs out. Or we only knew him by the nickname Shitty Cuz at first, and then Eric Holder, that name just fell out the sky.
Right.
So we tried to look into the Facebook, which would give us a more personal look into this guy, but nothing popped up. So then we headed over to Instagram, typed it in, hashtag Shitty Cuz, and a whole bunch of stuff popped up for him. A whole bunch of different accounts. Most of these accounts look fake. Some of these accounts had pictures with statements saying that he was innocent. So who's running that account? You have to question that.
So we did find Shitty Cuz Facebook accounts, but they were all fake also. We did find some. Yeah, you get if you look through your screenshots that I sent you, there's some Facebook accounts early on, but they were all fake.
Okay.
There were some Shitty Cuz and Fly Mac accounts, not very many, not as many as it was on Instagram, but there was a few, and they were all fake also.
So just fake accounts, period, all around the board. We didn't find a Twitter for him, which was also interesting as a new age artist, up and coming artist. So just fake accounts.
Right, and no internet footprints. And in fact, the real crazy thing is once he was arrested and the Eric Holder name came out, when you would search for Eric Holder, you would get the former Attorney General almost always. And you would just go page after page after page, and there was really literally no internet footprints. And then I'll just add and throw it back to you, LA, because we have worked other cases in LA, in Los Angeles, we couldn't find any criminal background on him.
Well, that brings us to the actual transcripts, because that was very interesting. We found out in volume 3 of the transcripts, if you guys want to go back, Michael Ramirez, paralegal for LA Sheriff's Office, he did some different techniques to try to find out who Eric Holder Jr. really is.
Right.
And Cisco, you did a lot of research on how that broke down. How did you break that down from what you read in the transcript?
Well, the first thing that was really weird is that he had an arrest under a different name. Now, remember, through other videos with me in LA, we've always said this guy is a ghost. Well, here it is. here it is in the transcripts that he was arrested under a different name. So that was the thing. And then not only that, he had uh, part of that arrest redacted, and then the prosecutor asked, is that redacted? Why was that redacted? Was that redacted because it's not relevant to the case? So again, another thing we've said in previous videos is that the snitch theory is weak, because if it was redacted because he was a confidential informant or something like that, and it's redacted because of that, that is relevant to the case, because that's what they're going on the claim that he was angry because he was called a snitch. Well,
Mm-hmm.
they're saying that part is redacted. It's not relevant to the case. So that was another interesting thing. So here we got number one, he's been arrested under another name. Number two, part of it is redacted, and then he gets another arrested again on a drug in possession of a firearm, which they note in the transcripts that he wasn't supposed to have a firearm because he was a convicted felon. And the thing that really trips me up is when they speak about this CLETS, CLETS rap sheet, which is basically a criminal rap sheet. But the thing that they talk about identifying that Eric Holder and this person with another name is the same person is because the booking number is the same, and he uses the word in the transcripts, I believe. Well, I'm quite shocked because through my research, the LA County sheriffs, all the dating back to 2003 and then going live in 2011, they have a state of the art biometric system to keep track of a lot of different things, not only criminal background, but a lot of other different things as well. Um, in this particular case, he could have easily been identified by fingerprint and palm print. You got articles speaking about the sophistication of the system that the LA County Sheriff and the LAPD have, being the largest sheriff department, one of the largest, if not the largest sheriff department in the world, and the largest police department in the United States, according to this article. And this is all, articles dating back to, 2003, 2011, 2015. And so I'm just saying, why wouldn't they use that means of the identifying and understanding his rap sheet based on fingerprints? If the person's picture and fingerprints, they were arrested on this day, it was put in the database, the computerized database. It's not like the movies where you have the little ink and they rub your fingers. Nah, it's a computer, you like a computer scanner, you put your hand on your fingers and then your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and that would have easily solved all of this. And they didn't bring in an expert from the sheriff's office. They didn't bring an expert in from the LAPD. They brought in this Michael Ramirez, and they used the terminology, I believe that this is the same person based on the numbers matching. And I just see that's another matter of convenience, even though this video is not a matter of convenience. We just always, and I'm gonna throw it back to you, LA. We've always, when all these different pictures were popping up, it's like, man, these pictures don't look like the same person.
They really honestly don't. They really don't. And um the way that he was identified from early on was the fact that he was spotted beside witness one's car in a picture that was allegedly put on the news.
Right.
So
That's in the transcripts too,
that is
family. That's in the
that is
transcripts.
that is
She
yeah.
she there's she's asked in the grand jury about how she saw this, and she says they had her car license plate number with Eric Holder allegedly standing next to the car.
Allegedly, allegedly.
Right. And if anybody can get that news footage, hey, send it over to LA, please.
Please, because that is very interesting, and that will go into, will the real Eric Holder stand up? And that's what we presented to you all. It's just a small complication of things that just rub us the wrong way about this whole situation.
Yes.
So I
One
think
one more
that
li- one more little last thing, and I know we're gonna get off. Also, the same goes for Eric Ronald Holder Sr. He has no online presence as well.
correct. Now, he was also said to have been murdered or died, allegedly. And I want to know where people are getting these little spurts of information from. Where is this information coming from that there was a drive-by and they got another person in Eric Holder's family, and then something else happened to another person, and then it's allegedly 4 people that's passed away within his family. But we don't see any of these people showing up at court for him. He's been to
We
court
don't.
several
Where's the
times.
pictures? Him being affiliated with the. I mean, where's the pictures of the funeral? Where's the, any proof that shows that?
Obituary.
Yeah, obituary, any of that.
Also, I would like to say about his family and friends, that seems to be very slim and few in between, because there's no pictures with his friends or buddies. It's only pictures of him
Right,
by himself. There's no
right. You
there's
got
no family showing up to his court dates. It's just
where's the
it's very weird. If you're a gang member,
right? Where's the
show us
hood
some
hood?
pictures of Eric Holder if you got them.
Where's the hood pictures? Of him throwing up 60s with his homies, and where is all that at? Show me a shitty cuz tag what West Side neighborhood, rolling 60 Crip shitty cuz. Show me that on the wall somewhere. Somebody take a picture of that. This dude is a ghost.
Hmm. Well, we just wanted to drop this on you guys. It's nothing, too heavy. I know our last couple of videos have been pretty long. But this is pretty concise. It makes us go back to the beginning, back to the transcripts. And I think we did a really good job here, Cisco. I think a lot of people will start looking into this more. Like we said, he did get arrested twice in 2012. Why isn't that information available?
Right.
That's what I mean. Hey, and what's going on, Cisco? Hopefully somebody can drop some good information. I see a lot of you guys sending in emails. Hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up in the comments, and I really do appreciate that. But right now we're looking for some proof, some receipts. So hit us up. And thank you so much for tuning back in with us. We'll be back with more.